Hello and welcome to the MT Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Anthony. My co-host right here is Kyle Heath. This is the show where we cover gaming industry-related news of the last week. This episode in particular, we're going to be covering the Summer Games Fest of 2024, also Xbox Game Showcase, and I think we're on the fence kind of about whether or not it's even worth discussing Ubisoft Forward. But I got a few comments. We might cover it at the end. We'll see if we have time. But Kyle, what have you been up to, man? How you been?
Oh man, I don't know, I've been chilling, dude. Been chilling, you know. It's been an aight week. It's been aight. Say that.
Okay.
I think I was trying to think if I had time to play Alan Wake 2 at all. I don't know because I was kind of spending time with friends over the weekend for the most part.
Oh, that's good.
You know, got some time in there, but really, yeah. Outside of that, I don't know if I had much time to dive back into Alan Wake 2, but hoping to get some time this week. So that's the plan. Hop back on that, especially this weekend. But you know, it's also Father's Day weekend, so you know, I'll probably spend some time with the fam. You know,
That's very nice. Yeah,
Happy
happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Nope.
In the U.S., I don't know if they celebrate that in the U.K. or not, or Europe.
I have
think
no
it might be
idea.
a different weekend.
No idea, but hey,
But
all our U.S.
shout out to
people, hey,
to the pops.
Father's Day. But yeah, so I don't know. I got some of that. I guess you know. Hopefully, hop back into Alan Wake 2. Hopefully, I'll be able to find some time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have like too much else other than that. Really, just kind of you know, I spend a little bit of time away from screens, I guess, this weekend. So
That's good.
Into this
Yeah.
week, but yeah, can't complain, you know. What about you though, Mike?
Very nice,
You
sir.
you spend a lot of time on screens?
Well, I think it's funny now because it's like I got more gaming time in than you did, and that might be the first time in a long time that's happened.
I'm happy. See,
Yeah. So it's I've actually been slammed at work this last week, but in the meantime of me like trying like I've been so stressed, I was like, I gotta play games because it always was my like stress relief, my outlet for the longest time. So I got on the OG Xbox, played some Halo 2 like I normally do, played a little bit on PC playing Cartographer. There's like a tournament coming up, possibly, we don't know, in like 2 weeks online. So I'm trying to just get back on there and play, have a little bit of fun, just relax. Um, I'm mostly excited for TV shows coming up, like House of the Dragons coming back up. The Boys are coming back up.
no.
There's another one that's like, I swear there was another one that's there's like a couple more things that I need to consume content wise that I'm really excited about. Um, Most of my time was actually watching the Games Fest stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
were there any before we really get into it? Were there any big titles that you're most excited for from the Games Fest, not like the other
Yeah.
ones?
I mean, from Games Fest, yeah. I mean, I think overall, like, I mean, well, you know, I guess we can get more into it there. I will say before we move on though, a buddy of mine was saying, he was recommending I watch The Boys because I've never seen it. He was like,
Oh,
he's like,
man.
new season's coming out. Like, I think you'd really like that show. And so,
Yeah, they
I
dropped
don't know.
3 this week. Yeah,
Yeah,
3
and
out 3 out.
so yeah, and so like, and I know the next season's the last. They announced. I saw that on
Mhm.
Twitter. So it's like, okay, it's like, do I wait till the last season drops, or do I just like get it all out now and then wait for the last season? I don't know.
Get it
But,
all out now because I find it's one of those shows that I can rewatch and have a good time rewatching.
all
Like
right, okay.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I may start that soon. Get another show in. But yeah. Anyways, should we talk about Summer Games Fest? Should we get into it, Mike?
Yeah. Let's go.
Jump
Let's just jump right into it.
dude.
Instead of
Well,
asking you which the best, let's
yeah,
just cover all of them.
this is the thing. Like, for those that don't know, be kind of surprised, especially if you listen to this show and you had no idea. But Summer Games Fest was this past week, the main showcase, as well as Xbox, as well as Day of the Devs, as well as Ubisoft Forward, as well as you know, there was tons of different showcases that happened throughout the weekend. Yeah, there's really like the main two I want to focus on, or like the main two we'll focus on. Like we kind of mentioned at the top of the show, is Summer Games Fest, the main showcase, and then the Xbox showcase. I think the Xbox showcase was like really good this year, in my opinion. So
I
and
thought it
they,
was the best in a while, and they actually like tempered expectations and said it wasn't going to be that good.
yeah, I like look, they needed it and they delivered. I think so. that was good.
Yeah.
If we have a little bit of time, we'll cover Ubisoft Forward. I think overall, even if we do cover it, it's just going to be kind of like just like a couple of our thoughts, and that's gonna be about it.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
We'll get there if we get there. Summer Games Fest is obviously kind of the first sort of main thing. I peaked at Day of the Devs, I think, a little bit after the showcase. I didn't watch the whole thing afterwards though. But I saw there was that like the camera game where it's like it's like the game where you're on the Game Boy and like you're playing in 2D but also in 3D. They showcased that pretty heavily during that, which I thought was cool. But yeah, so we're just pulling from article. We're pulling from IGN, mainly. Just they had a good breakdown of everything that was announced. So there's some stuff we'll probably just like give the main announcement, but there's maybe not much detail we can give just because like I know Mike and I don't play everything, so it's kind of just like here's the announcement
and it's a time thing too, because it's like some of these are going to be massive IPs and titles that we're going to spend more time on, I think. But in terms of, I mean, the first one right here, it's a Lego Horizon Adventures that I think that was it the very first trailer. I'm pretty sure IGN put these in order.
Yeah,
I think it was a good one to start off with because it's like Lego's always fun. They have good games.
Yeah. I think the Lego games overall are pretty good. So
I mean,
I think it's like I've never played Horizon Zero Dawn or any of the Horizons. That's something I will get to eventually. I'm kind of at this point. I think there's like a new game that they're working on, so I'm kind of just waiting for that.
They hinted at it a couple of times, like in February, I think, on the PlayStation.
But yeah,
showcases.
I mean, it's cool to see that Horizon got the Lego game. I know there was, I saw some people say it was interesting that Horizon got a Lego game because it seems like it's definitely like a partnership with PlayStation, obviously. I think the most interesting thing too is that this was also, I believe it's also coming on PC and Switch as well, which I thought was kind of interesting. Kind of a PlayStation focused title that's coming to Switch. So that's good to see, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's it's like your standard kind of Lego game. They're just Legoifying a universe, and so it'll be. I think it's gonna be one of those games that's fun for everyone. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. So I think it was a good, nice little thing to start off on. Nothing too hype or too crazy, but nothing that was like
it's like a game for everybody kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to start off there. So yeah, it's coming to PS5, for PC via Steam and Epic Game Store, and the Switch as well. It's supposed to be this holiday season, so it's one coming out this year. Now, this was I think a little bit later in the. No, actually, I think it was so weird because I missed like the first 15-20 minutes of the Summer Games Fest because I was like I did run to the store real quick, so I was like running to the store, listening to it in the car. So it's like a little jumbled up for me, but I remember in the car I heard that. Quidditch Champions was announced. Yeah. Finally the Harry Potter Quidditch game that so many people wanted. It is in fact coming, and it's very soon, September 3rd. And it's coming out on Epic Game Store, Steam on PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. Everyone's getting it. So it's one of those things. It'll be on a ton of different platforms. But yeah, I mean, overall it looks very like I almost want to say Fortnite. Yeah.
Fortnite.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It looks like it. Looks very.
It's definitely like an Epic Games kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what it looks like for sure. But I don't know. I'm curious to see more of this. I'm curious to see how it plays. It's one of those things. Like I think a Quidditch game, if done right, would hit so different.
It could crack, dude. It would be so cracked if it hits right. I'm worried about games like this where it's PvP sports related games because they have such a tendency to go into that microtransaction kind of lottery system that they do with, especially in like Madden. I think Madden gets away with that because the players, or even FIFA, they get away with the players. Just everybody wants to have that Messi card, like the best of the best, or legacy cards like Tom Brady. But in Harry Potter Quidditch, just like, what are you gonna do? Like Malfoy?
Exactly. It's like there's no real world tie-in, right? So you can have like Harry Potter characters, but that's about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be your main sell is to have like Harry and Draco Malfoy and all that, So we'll see. But yeah, No More Room in Hell. Early access arriving this Halloween. So this another spooky game. I mean, it's around Halloween time, so you can suspect it's probably gonna be something spooky. Nice little first person kind of like horror
mystery. Yeah.
I think it looks interesting. It looks a little kind of like when I saw it. It kind of looks a little like AA. It's not really like it's a little clunky, but I don't know. I mean,
I was thinking the same
I'll
thing.
yeah. So I mean, obviously, I'll wait for reviews on this one if I even consider it. But hey, another zombie game, I guess. So there you go.
Yeah,
um,
there was a few announced this weekend, so I think it's gonna look.
yeah,
I think it looks decent.
yeah. I mean, it says in the description too they teased 8-player co-op in a world with plenty of replayability. So I mean, hey, could be a nice little co-op game. Who knows?
That
Very
would be
interesting
really
stuff.
sick. 8 players, dang. Okay.
That's a lot. And then we get to it, Mike. Star Wars Outlaws got a little
Yeah,
teaser during the main show. Obviously Ubisoft Forward they had like a more deep dive. I think it took up like maybe a fourth or a third of that show.
it took up a lot. Yeah,
Um,
they're putting a lot of
yeah,
eggs in their basket on that game.
yeah. I don't like game. It's a Star Wars game. I'm gonna have to see reviews for me to even know if I want to play something like this. I think the idea of like having sort of like a kind of like a rogue type of person who's like collecting bounties and whatnot and is an outlaw, shall I say? I think that idea could be very well executed, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a Ubisoft thing, right? I mean, it's something I don't. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic. So I don't know. I don't have too much to say on it. I think it's just kind of like it looks. It's just hit or miss for me. I don't know if it's something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, I think you and I are on the same like probably the same viewpoint on this when it comes to Ubisoft games, especially after the last two Ubisoft forwards when they're doing these right before the Summer Games Fest or
Yeah,
doing launches that just ended up being total bust. I mean, I'm not confident, man. And I told you before we started recording about how upset I was over Star Wars Outlaws because, like, to me, it's just you have this giant galaxy, this giant world. It's like, why is the first thing you're showing us Tatooine? Like, I
yeah,
don't want to see the same
yeah. It's
crap I've been
like,
seeing
yeah. I mean,
over and over again.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, I could maybe say like, oh, you want to kind of draw people in, and I think they mentioned in the trailer they were like, you're gonna see like aspects of the planet that haven't really been explored before and stuff like that. We'll see when we see it, I guess. But yeah, it's I mean, I could see both sides of it, where it's like people could hate that, people could love that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
I'm just upset, man, because like I think they had a missed opportunity. You could like I told you, we could explore Alderaan before it gets
Yeah,
blown up, and then like
yeah,
maybe there's just I don't know if you're an outlaw, you're searching a bounty. Maybe there's like a high-ranking political figure that's like unreachable, and you have to do some Splinter Cell type crap to get to him.
yeah.
Because Alderaan looked like high security when we saw it in Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yeah,
or the Kenobi show. But
yeah.
whatever. I digress as a Star
Yeah,
Wars fan.
it's interesting. I think the most intriguing part to me is the open world aspect of this game. I think that could be cool. I mean, depending on
Yeah,
kind of how they
yeah.
go with it. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's August 30th when it launches, so it's literally right around the corner.
Mhm.
It's not far from now, so I'm sure we'll hear mid August. We'll start, mid to late August. We'll start hearing reviews and kind of can go from there. But I mean, we've been saying it that Ubisoft's, I think, definitely riding on this game for a lot of different reasons. So
Yeah.
I'm getting
Mostly
antsy.
financial, I think. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Assassin's Creed will help them out. Like that's been a trusted IP for them for a while, but I don't know if they're being profitable on all the IPs well, all the iterations of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's that's another huge IP, right? But
Yeah. I
anyways,
think they're making a TV show though. Yeah. But
yeah, it's
let's
true.
continue
Hey,
on.
Civ 7, Mike. All my Civ players out there, they're finally getting Civ 7. Unfortunately, it was just a cinematic trailer. Nothing, no gameplay wise or anything like that. I'm sure we can all assume what the gameplay is probably going to be like. I can't
Yeah,
imagine
Civ
they do
7.
anything too crazy. Too crazy different that is. But yeah, that's supposed to be coming next year, 2025. And yeah, it's so funny. I've been seeing memes and stuff too on X and whatnot about like the common Civ new release cycle for fans. It's like fans say they immediately say it looks terrible at the start, like it comes out they don't like it, but then after some patches they're like saying it's the best game ever. It's like that's what people are predicting the cycle's gonna be. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, new Civ game. It's one of those things I want to try out Civ 6 at some point, kind of like play that game and learn it. So I don't know, maybe I can prep for Civ 7. But yeah,
I
new
guess that'd
Civ.
be a good idea. Yeah.
New Civ. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Release date set for October, Mike. Uh,
Are you excited? Have you ever played one of these
number
games before?
6. Personally, no. I haven't played like Dragon Ball
Oh, you're
games.
missing out. Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
the whole story of Dragon Ball? Because this might be for you then.
I don't. So
Okay.
I'm like completely. I don't know the world at all, pretty much.
Oh, this is
Aside
gonna
from
be
like the main
perfect for
character,
you.
like Goku, Vegeta, like that's about it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I've been playing these types of games forever, and essentially what they do is you start off as like a kid Goku. I don't know, they haven't shown Kid Goku in this
Yeah.
in any of this like gameplay. But typically what they do, they either start off at Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z era, and they start at the very beginning and then you work your way through the entire story of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. And you go through
Yeah.
all the different bosses. It's like really sped up, but it's not as much as like the filler that you get when you're watching the show. And
I
there's
got you.
like different eras, like that's the way Dragon Ball or like manga like goes in general. Just this is the boss for this era, and this is what happens, that kind of thing. Not the
Mm.
boss, but like the overreaching villain. The first one that you have to deal with is Goku's brother. Oh, well, not even that. Like Dragon Ball Z, but whatever. I won't get into the lore, but I am gonna say it's like if you haven't ever played Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z before, you don't know the story. This is for you.
Okay.
100% is for
Okay.
you.
Okay. I'm listening, Mike. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's a premium collector's edition for those curious. Comes with a nice, sick looking statue, kind of like a little. It says 264 by 174 millimeter. So nice little desk piece for you, steelbook playing. The exclusive cards too for the Dragon Ball card game. Interested at all in that. Very cool stuff there. Is there early access? Probably. I don't know. It seems like every pre-order game now has like an early access period if you
Yeah.
decide to get the premium version. But yeah, but this is coming out October 11th, on PC via Steam, PS5, Xbox Series XS. So yeah, dude, get to see all the
Most importantly,
characters.
Unreal Engine.
Oh yeah,
Unreal Engine.
oh yeah. Now this is a funny part of the show, Mike, because I remember when they were talking about Batman Arkham series when they were on the stage, and he was like a next entry in like the Batman Arkham series, and then everyone's like, "What?" And then he said in VR, and then everyone was like, "Oh, like you had me, and then you lost me." But hey,
It doesn't look bad.
yeah, Arkham Shadow. It's a new game in the Arkham series. It is VR though, so who knows if it'll push much of the story along or anything.
It's mostly all cinematics.
Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, so I don't know. Not too much to report on that, I don't think. Street Fighter 6 getting a Fatal Fury crossover. Street Fighter fans out there getting a nice little crossover there. Very cool. Blumhouse Games. I thought this was interesting. Blumhouse Games, they were unveiling some kind of new IP. Essentially, they're entering in the I guess like the publishing business, I guess. Just kind of
It's for horror, right?
yeah, like horror focused games. A lot of like little indie titles. A lot of them seemed like relatively interesting. Kind of just like some kind of interesting. They're essentially just like a bunch of smaller titles, but it's like different styles of horror. There's of course a lot of different styles, so I think that could be intriguing. Some of them look decent. Yeah, if it's something it's some stuff that may be worth checking out. But yeah, it's cool to see kind of just like it's the same studio that made Megan and Five Nights at Freddy's, like those films. So they're kind of diving into games now. And yeah, no, there's some like smaller titles, but I think for the overall, like some of them look pretty good. So curious to see how they do. If you're into horror, there you go, Blumhouse Games.
Yeah, I definitely am, and I was pretty excited for that. So
yeah. Power Rangers, Mike, Hasbro Games, baby. This honestly, music and everything, it kind of hit. Ain't gonna lie, but it's
of course it did.
I mean,
it's like what they're known for. I feel like.
Yeah. Nice little like looks like a little 4-player co-op beat 'em up, 5-player co-op beat 'em up. So you have 5 players.
It's very classic, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it should be pretty cool if it's all online. I don't think they really mentioned whether or not it was online or like a couch beat 'em up kind of game. Either way, it looks awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Not bad at all. MECHA Break. This one didn't really intrigue me, but I'm not huge into like mechs or anything, so that's just that's me.
Oh, that's where we differ, brother. That is where we differ. Okay, go ahead, give your piece, and I'm gonna be excited just to rant about it.
I mean, like MECHA Break for like I'm not huge into like the mech stuff and like the I don't know what was it Gundam and stuff like that. It's definitely like Gundam inspired and all
100%. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like it's not my thing. I'll be honest. I mean they look kind of cool. Like just look at the different mechs and stuff, but I don't know. This is I don't know. This isn't a game for me. I'm being honest. What do you think, Mike?
It's killing me, dude.
Seemed like I struck a chord.
A little bit, yeah, but you're triggering me because it's like as the I'm older than you, right? So I grew up
Yeah.
with more Toonami, so I remember it more vividly.
Yep.
And watching like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Gundam, or even Sailor Moon back then, was so awesome. It was like probably my first introduction to cartoons that were more towards like adult entertainment in a way, not like XXX rated, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
adults, right?
Right.
And Gundam was one of those, and it was so cool to see something that was like unique for me at the time. Although it's like it was really common in Japan and stuff, but getting a game that's similar to like Armored Core, which is a fantastic game, and then Metal Gear being mixed in with it too. I know it's like in the description, you can see it, but it just looks awesome, dude. And these types of mech assault kind of games where if you could be in a cockpit and you have like three different monitors and you can have like a joystick and like you're literally a pilot flying around in an exosuit, dude, that's so sick. And it transforms like Transformers, dude. Flying around, that's on board with what I want in my life right now,
Yeah.
more than anything.
I mean,
So
hey,
that's why you struck the chord on me, man.
kind of settling me, dude. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, if it's kind of like
Just look at the
that,
gameplay.
sort of into it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, a lot of color. Love that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Love that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. I don't know. It may not be something I check out, but hey,
That's fair.
I'll never say never.
Hey,
You know.
I know how you work. You like to check out the gameplay yourself and read the reviews before you commit. I get it.
True. First Descendant. Say it's Nexon's free to play sci-fi looter shooter. Want another looter shooter, Mike? There you go. First Descendant.
I guess so.
It's right around the corner. It's July 2nd. It's like literally 3 weeks from now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Time's
very soon.
flying.
It's a looter shooter, you know. You get what you get. You get what you get with looter shooters.
Yeah, exosuit. Hopefully it's not Anthem again, but it should be okay.
Hopefully not.
The next one's for you finally.
Yeah, dude. Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC, and it's out right now. Yeah, it's like nice little kind of 3-episode sort of like extension. Well, I don't know about extension, but kind of like its own kind of stories kind of thing, separate from the game. But yeah, it's like kind of, you know, it's cool. Like DLC is available now that people can check out, especially if you're into Alan Wake at all, like I am. So hope to check this out. I think what was also interesting too that they announced there was that Alan Wake 2 is also going to be getting physical copies this fall.
Yeah, they did announce
which I thought was really sick. There's like collector's editions and it's gonna be like a steelbook. I think it's pretty awesome the fact that we're actually getting physical copies of this game, and so now people can, you know, put it on their shelf, have a nice little physical piece. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, dude. More stuff there. I think they also said they're working on kind of some future kind of expansions as well. This isn't it, obviously, so we'll see that as well. Yeah, very new content to play for Alan Wake 2 people who have beaten the game. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I was about to say, it was like you're only gonna enjoy this if you can go beat it. So you better hurry up.
Oh, dude, we got skate gameplay, Mike. This has been cooking for a minute. This new skate game.
It feels like 20 years since the last one came out.
Yeah,
M Corp.
Tim Robinson's featured in it. This guy, dude, Tim Robinson.
Yeah, clown. But how do you feel about these types of trailers where they just spend like their whole time promoting it? Like,
yeah, where it's
like
like
professional actors, actresses, or
it's
like
it
IRL.
makes no sense, and then it's like, oh wait, this was for skate. Like I was like kind of thrown off by it. I was like, okay.
Get to the gameplay, bro.
Yeah, but skate's still in the works. It's still early. It's I don't know. It's looking like at least a year or two probably until this is actually out.
Yeah.
There's play testing on console though coming this fall. So yeah, I mean, I will say like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I can tell they want to make the game good, so that's why they're taking so much time with it. And hey, I think so far it looks good. This is like a still early alpha, so I'm excited to see what the final product looks like.
It scares me because it's EA, but it looks like an open world game where anybody can join you and play, and you guys could just go off and hang. Really,
yeah, which could be kind of sick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it really could. It could be a good chill game. Like, hey, dude, let's go meet up. Like, where are we meeting up? bro, the game, bro. Like, sign me.
Let's go skate.
Let's go skate, bro.
Yeah, sure. Listen, Valorant's coming to console, Mike. Don't know if you heard.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting to see that. Yeah, it says a limited beta playtest set to begin on June 14th, which is, it's today when this episode releases. So,
Yep.
yeah, so the full console launch is expected sometime in the future. But yeah, announced Valorant coming to console. I thought it was interesting, a shooter like this. I know CS:GO had a console release. This is the only other tactical shooter I could think of that had a console release. Like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting that they're coming to console. And I'm curious to see what that market would be like for a shooter like this on console, on controller less. But interesting stuff. We'll see if it works. The Among Us, Outer Sloth. There was Among Us animated series. I'm kind of skeptical about that. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna be weird, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. But yeah, Outer Sloth. They also talked about they have a publishing arm now, and since they got so much money from Among Us, they're just like, we want to like fund other people's games and help publish and whatnot, which I think is really awesome. Yeah. They're just kind of like opening up this budget. They have they're able to give these cool studios opportunities for indie titles and things that I've never seen before. So it's very interesting there. I think that's awesome of them to do something like that. Some very cool stuff there. Dune Awakening, another cinematic trailer, Mike. A nice little open world survival MMO on the way. So
it looks clean, dude. I don't know about you, but I had zero interest on playing that game until I saw Dune Part 2, and then like that really just introduced me more into the story of Dune, just being like, okay, we're gonna have to read a book now. I haven't read a book in years, other than like textbooks, math books, and like engineering stuff. I'm like, no. We might have to go into some sci-fi. This is sick.
I'm gonna read some fiction.
Yeah, then this freaking trailer drops, bro. It is nice. I'm excited. I don't know how you feel about it.
I mean, yeah, I'm certainly intrigued. Like an open world survival MMO.
Very interested.
Cool to see a new MMO. They said it will reappear at Gamescom this August, so opening night live, I'm sure we'll see something about this again. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see more. I want to see gameplay, but like more specifically.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking forward to that.
I'm on board with that. Yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This was an interesting trailer. I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting this kind of vibe from Kingdom Come Deliverance, but hey, here we are.
What put you off about it? Or
I know, like I don't think I wasn't put off by it. I thought it was funny. I was expecting more like serious kind of medieval style, but this was very much just like, I was like, this story just looks, this story looks funny. Like I'd be interested to play something like this. And I've heard the Kingdom Come games, like these type of games are pretty long, so I don't know how long this one's about to be. I think the first one was like really long. So I'm kind of curious to see what they do with this, but I mean, overall, like I think the way they did the trailer was like, I wasn't expecting it, but it was definitely a positive kind of thing for me. I thought it looked interesting. So interested to see more, I think. Kind of see what comes of this, but it's supposed to come out this year. So hey, there's that. It's coming out on all the consoles, PC. You already know.
Except for the Switch.
Yeah, no Switch.
Yeah.
Upsetting. Listen. Slitterhead. This was such a weird trailer. like I saw this and I was like, what is this? It's very like the monsters and stuff. I was like, no, this is like interesting because it kind of has like Silent Hill vibes for just how freaky these monsters are. And sure enough, this is made by the same person that worked on the original Silent Hill series.
Oh,
so it made sense. Yeah, and
Ichiro Toyama.
Yeah, and so he has like a smaller studio now apparently, and so this is kind of like what they're working on. And I was like, after I heard that, the whole trailer made sense to me. After I heard the kind of backstory, and I was like, okay, this all makes sense. Yeah, it certainly looks like something that a Japanese studio that worked on Silent Hill would make. So I'm excited to see more. But but yeah, dude, like this type of stuff, dude, like I just don't know how you think of these kind of monsters, dude. It's fascinating.
I will say, man, just from like a culture thing, I feel like Japan just knows how to do horror.
Yeah.
Horror and like sci-fi anime stuff. Like they're on a different level. I really do think that.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Yeah. It's weird. The abilities and everything, like someone's arm just like like extended out, and then
Yeah.
like came back, and it was like, and he punched somebody. It was like, what? And then there's like a traveling soul. This thing looks crazy. It's like all of a sudden you're one person, and then like it travels to a dog, and then you're the dog, and it's like what? It's crazy. But it's coming out soon, November 8th. And you know what's funny?
Hey, my birthday.
You know what's funny, dude?
Yeah. What's that?
It's got a nice little PS4 release. Which I thought was kind of funny.
Wow.
It's like you can tell it's kind of a double A kind of game. Hey, but it's made by with the people with proven track records. So I don't know. We'll see. But I thought the PS4 was funny seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delta Force Hawk Ops, which reminds me of Black Hawk Down. It's kind of that like universe almost. Hey, not a bad shooter. So I don't know. This could be interesting. Nice little FPS right here, Mike.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty interesting too. I want a new FPS to play really bad. I actually recently downloaded X Defiant, so I think that's also in the Games Fest. I haven't played it yet, but to see a tactical shooter like this gets me excited. I mean, hopefully they bring a little bit more unique things to it, but obviously being in alpha and only being available in July, we won't really get to see much more until then.
Yeah, we got an alpha test in July. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It's another shooter. For me, it's like I can't I don't personally get too excited for shooters now. Except for Call of Duty. I will say the new Call of Duty, I'm like, okay, it's Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
But like they're kind of cooking. Okay, this one of my favorites, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Killer
yeah,
Bean, Mike.
You and Nick were
Killer
geeking out over this.
Bean. Dude, oh man. No video here, unfortunately. However, the video is really funny. And it's literally you are a bean. You
That
just
kills
go around
You're a bean
killing
assassin.
other beans, dude. Like it is
Yeah.
and it's like he's like doing crossover like
Oh my
layups with
gosh.
grenades and like taking out
Yeah,
enemies.
dude.
Dude, it was so ridiculous. And he's like jumping out of windows and like it's slow-mo, like Max Payne style, shooting people through buildings. Dude, I'm sold,
So
man.
cool.
I'm sold. I want to try this game so bad. I'm pretty sure it's made by one person, which is also just insane.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did say that, didn't they?
Yeah.
They said a couple of times they're like a bunch of these games are just by one person.
Yeah. I'm sold. Killer Bean. Hey, I'm hopping on board early access, I think. Because any slow-mo in like a third-person shooter,
Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm a sucker for that. So,
dude, I'm the
It's
same
just
way.
like,
The
it's like, I
same
gotta try
exact
that.
way.
Yeah, dude, it's coming this summer. Can't wait. Gonna definitely play it. Wanderstop, Annapurna game. Hey, it was an interesting, kind of an interesting little like indie sort of trailer, and then it has like kind of a darker twist in it. And I was like almost waiting for it because I was like, I feel like there's gonna be some like kind of undertone with this. And sure enough, we kind of get that later in the trailer. It's yeah, I don't know. It looks fascinating, and it's one of those sort of indie games that I definitely want to check out. And it's Annapurna, so can't go wrong. So yeah, definitely intriguing for me. Let's see, Cozy Game of the Dark Secret. It's coming this year, PS5 and Steam. Very cool stuff. New World content, Mike. Can you believe it? Almost 3 years. Crazy.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
3 years since the game released. I know there's been other content, obviously, between then and now, but yeah, it's
I wonder
crazy
how
to
many
see.
people are like actually excited for it, though.
I don't know. It's a good question. It's coming out in October.
Yeah.
New sort of expansion. So yeah, very very interesting stuff there. Power World, baby. Got some new updates for Power World, Mike.
Yeah, that's fair.
Getting a brand new island. That kind of surprised me. Not expecting a new island this early. But hey, they're cooking over there. They're cooking.
I feel like they should be. I mean, with the immediate success of the game, you got to bring people back because it probably fell off a little bit. There was always that viral trend that most games get. Not most games. Popular games that pop off, they mostly get the big rise in the beginning and then just kind of dwindles off and nobody plays it again. So hopefully they can bring back some old players for a new world.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, it's new level cap, new pals, new fights, new island. I mean, it's pretty much like totally different game. so I'm excited to see kind of what all's changed. And yeah, I don't know, I'll probably hop back in because why not? And yeah, it says it's all set to drop. The next update coming June 27th, very soon, couple weeks. So right around the corner. Oh man, new Power World stuff's always exciting. Monster Hunter Wilds got a little trailer. I know Monster Hunter people out there excited to see this. Um, but yeah, it's Monster Hunter, Mike. Not you've played one, played most of them, but hey, they're still good games. Not saying that's a
Yeah,
bad thing. So
I think that's a fair assumption, or a fair what's it called? Summary.
yeah, I will say
That monster looks insane.
yeah. Look, there's games that try to replicate it, don't quite hit it. So they're doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
I think they do it the best. They
Yeah,
probably do it the best. So it really helps out when you're the best and you're doing like this genre.
yeah. Also gets crossplay on all platforms. Kind of crazy there. Coming to PC via Steam, PS5, Xbox Series XS. And it's crossplay. Well, I mean, hey, nice
Can't hate
little
on crossplay.
can't handle crossplay, especially a game like that. Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess. We saw this with Capcom in the Capcom showcase some time ago. It's back. Nice little. I see a nice little kind of like Souls-like samurai style game here. Maybe
Yeah, it's kind of you can't really pin it down. I don't think it really 100% fits the niche of a Souls-like game.
Yeah. Looks
It's just like
it just looks
go ahead.
fascinating. Looks fascinating, dude.
It does. It unfortunately doesn't really interest me as much as it did when we first saw it for Capcom. I was very interested, and then I saw the gameplay, and I'm like, I don't know what about it. It just I kind of
But
dwindled
it's
a little bit
next
with interest.
month, Mike.
I mean, you could be next month, and
I
I
mean,
can still
hey,
not be that interested.
this is the other thing though. What do we see on the available consoles? PS4, Xbox One.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's
going
when you
back
know it's
there,
like you've been
going
working
back.
on that for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it's fascinating too. It's on the RE engine. RE engine's pretty good. So hey,
Okay.
interesting stuff there. But the last thing, Mike, Phantom Blade Zero got a nice
I
little
was excited
trailer.
for this one.
Nice
It looked
little
good.
trailer. Yeah. God, dude, it does look good. It's a nice little Souls game, huh? Pretty good. Nice little lot of Souls nowadays, but hey,
I love samurai stuff like this, though.
yeah,
I really do. I think it's so cool. It looks really interesting. Um, I really don't think there's much else to say about it. It just looks awesome.
yeah. This
What
will
were
be
what was
nice.
your first impressions?
Souls like, like I don't know, like it's not to like dog it. I think eventually I probably will again get into the Souls games because like everyone says like this is the thing. Whenever Kai Cenat played Elden Ring and he like praised it,
Mhm.
I was like, it's got to be a good game. Like if you like, there's so many people, especially that I
Of
wouldn't
all,
expect to like,
yeah,
Souls likes that do. It's like it's got to be doing something right. So yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive eventually, but yeah, there's something about those games, man, and this looks really good. So it looks like it'll fit that niche very well. But yeah, dude. I mean, this combat, especially this close up, claustrophobic looking combat, like whoa, it's
yes, sir. It
crazy,
looks
man,
solid.
crazy.
You know, one of the things. So that's the end of the article, is it not? Or
Yeah,
is
that
there?
was pretty much the end of the showcase.
Yeah. So what I found surprising, and I was getting ready to like actually talk about, is there's a couple of games on here that were at the Summer Games Fest that aren't mentioned in the article. I find that weird.
Yeah.
One of them being Black Myth Wukong. That was
Oh
mentioned
yeah,
and
that was
shown.
mentioned. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's supposed to be about Journey to the West book
I think
inspired.
so. Yeah, yeah.
I think that's the name of the book. So Journey to the West should have been on this. I was pretty surprised it wasn't. There was Tears of Metal that wasn't mentioned. And it's like, why weren't these ones mentioned?
Oh yeah, there was
Dark.
that was the game that was kind of like the Braveheart kind of like
Yes.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looked good.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
surprised that
it was
wasn't
the
mentioned. Yeah,
Scottish game. Yeah, that's why I'm
yeah.
like, both those games
That's
look like a lot
true.
of fun.
Yeah, yeah. That game looked really
Um,
good. Dang, man,
yeah,
what are we doing, IGN? This is
that's what I'm
crazy.
trying to figure
This ain't
out.
everything announced. Come on, Michael Cripp. What is this, dude?
He doesn't represent all Michaels. I'll tell you that right now. Uh, there's
Yeah.
Mars First Logistics. There was Battlesuit Aces, which was a really weird game, to be honest. Probably not for me, but maybe somebody else would like it. Was it? Hold on, I'm scrolling through the actual list to see what really was missed on the article that doesn't make any sense. No, I think that was really the only two. There's like Shoot on Sight. That was kind of an interesting game, or looked like an interesting game. What is this Eno Tria last song? Does it sound familiar?
The last song part sounds familiar. Why am I forgetting it?
It is a Souls-like set in the beautiful sunlit world inspired by Italian folklore, where the brightest sun casts the darkest shadow, where unique role-altering masks face formidable foes and alter reality with the power of Ardor to unravel the secrets of intro. Oh my goodness. I hit the trailer and blew out my eardrums. Uh, maybe I don't know. I don't know why that wasn't mentioned because
Dang.
it's a Souls-like game. Dude. Well, tell me this isn't the most on-brand Souls-like crap. Small dude, very athletic, really big. Like this is your character model, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a dude, obviously, but I'm using that. Whatever. Small person, super acrobatic, does all the crazy ninja moves. Gigantic sword resting on your shoulder. Have you noticed that? It's like the sword is bigger than you and the character you're fighting. It's like, what is happening?
That is textbook, baby. Textbook.
It's textbook Souls-like.
Oh, that's funny.
Jeez.
It's true, though. It's so true.
It is very true, yeah.
The giant, like, Final Fantasy VII, what's his name? Cloud? It's a giant.
Yes. Yeah, just
giant sword.
Like, the blade is like that.
it's like moving around and just like jiggling. And yep.
And he holds it like this, and it charges up, and the blade starts glowing.
Yeah. Whereas like, if you had a real blade that size in real life, it's so top heavy. There's no way that little part you're gonna be able to like hold it.
Dude, the first time I held a real blade, I was like in my teens, and it was a really it was a blade maybe like 4.5 feet, 4 feet, something like that. It was like a good sized blade, probably bigger than most of them. I could barely hold it with one hand. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you beat up.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and my grandpa had like a ton of like fake swords, like for show, but they were like real metal. So it's like when I would try to hold it, it was like, oh my god, this thing is heavy. Like I couldn't even
dude.
try to hold it. Feel that.
Wild. Yeah.
Should we move on to the box of X? Like, is it time to get into it?
We need to go to the box of X for sure.
Time to get into it. Listen,
100%.
Summer Games Fest. Jeff Keighley did a poll after each showcase, and I feel like he regretted doing the one about the main showcase for Summer Games Fest because it was like out of the grades, like D was like the highest rating, or it was like the most like voted rating. It's like, ugh. But yeah, I mean, there was some great stuff. The Bean game, great. That Braveheart game, great. Tears of Metal, fantastic. Those games look really good.
Or whatever.
Yeah, those games look sick. But Xbox showcase, this was like a out of the park. I'm just gonna say it off rip. I think it was. They were
trying to prove a point.
Yeah, I think it was really good. They needed this after last month. That's for sure. So, yeah, Xbox showcase. There was a lot of stuff. They have a nice little kind of chart here showing it all. But hey, we're gonna go one by one, kind of talk about everything that we can. Try and be relatively quick. We're already at like 50 minutes on my little time here. So
we're not that far. We're 40. We're 43.
Okay.
43 on my clock.
Right. We got some time. All right. So what did we start off with, Mike? In this, we started off with Call of Duty at the very top. Remember, it's like they kind of slammed the trailer, and then at the end,
Black Ops
the main thing.
6.
Yep. Talk about Black Ops 6. There's a direct at the end that kind of goes into more detail. We won't cover everything there, but a decent amount covered. And yeah, so a lot of upcoming titles. Age of Mythology, Retold. So this is kind of I think this is sort of it's kind of like with Age of Empires, they kind of like remade kind of the games, kind of that. I feel like this is kind of like a similar thing for this game. Kind of trying to remake it with updated stuff. It's very cool stuff there.
It looks clean.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. Hey, World's Edge, the award-winning studio behind Age of Empires, showcased a trailer for the mythical proportions. Yeah, so very cool stuff there. And then we got I'm so excited, Mike. We got Avowed, baby.
We finally got like a more in-depth gameplay.
Yeah, got some more gameplay stuff. Looks really good. There was also a subsequent podcast with the creative director, I believe, that was done, I think, a couple days later that I watched on Xbox's YouTube channel. And it kind of does a little more gameplay deep dive and kind of they talk about stuff a little bit more with a gameplay scenario they show. But yeah, I mean, story-wise, looks intriguing. It looks just like the world itself just looks so vibrant and like
It
especially
does, dude.
with the gameplay they showed during that podcast I listened to. It was at night, and it was in this like it was almost like in this.
Ooh.
It was like it looked like almost in like the countryside or something like that, but it was very like colorful, and it was just like, and they were saying like this place really like shines at night, and they weren't lying because like I saw that night gameplay and it just like there was so much color and it just popped, and oh man, I'm excited to go through this world and kind of get into the Pillars of Eternity universe. That's very much where this takes place. So very cool stuff there. I'm excited for it for sure. No release date. We got still this year, but no release date.
It kind of makes me nervous that we're almost halfway
yeah.
through the year and
It makes
no
you
release date.
Gamescom, they have to come on. It's your last chance.
Yeah. I picked them in my fantasy game critic draft, and I'm nervous now because it's like this looks amazing, but is it coming out? Because I lose points if it doesn't.
No. Black Ops 6 reveal trailer. Yeah, they showed that was again at the top of the show. Kind of shows stuff. There's the whole showcase, the old direct at the end talks about the zombies and the changes. Multiplayer was briefly touched on, but more stuff coming later this summer. Very cool stuff
I'm looking
there.
forward to getting into the CDL because of that. I'm playing the gameplay, but yeah,
true.
Let's keep it going. I'm excited for this next one.
Oh, this is so hyped to see. Doom, the Dark Ages, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming next year. The next entry in the Doom franchise, for the new Doom franchise, that is. I mean, it's in-game footage, Mike, and it's looking pretty spicy.
So excited, bro. I'm so excited. Once I saw it, I'm like, they're doing another Doom. I was, keep in mind, I'm watching this in the office, and I see it pop up, and the moment I saw the gun, so like for people that are watching the scene where the gun basically like comes out of the wall, I paused it, turned around to my buddy that like works with me, my colleague. We're around the same age. I go, dude, and he goes, "Is that Doom?" And I'm like, "It's Doom!" So excited.
It's amazing.
I'm so excited, dude.
Yeah, dude, you want to grind skulls and kill people with the grind up skulls? Doom is the game for you.
Yep. And throw like what's it called? Captain America buzzsaw shields.
Yeah, dude. It looks over the top, but that's what we want with Doom. So hey.
That's what Doom is, yeah.
It looks, but yeah, graphically, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It looks good.
As an FPS game, you can't go wrong with Doom, dude. You just can't. It's classic, tried and true. Oh, we got some stuff about Fable, Mike. Fable. Dude, this got me kind of excited. Seeing some gameplay, seeing some more cinematic stuff. It's got me intrigued, dude. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too.
Game.
You know, it's kind of funny. So I'm trying to scroll. Okay, well, I'll say it anyway. A little bit of spoiler for the people that don't know. I sent the the Xbox game showcase to a couple of my buddies that I grew up with for Fable. I was just like, oh yeah, check out. I didn't tell them Fable. I said, hey, you guys should check this video out. It shows all the new upcoming games for Xbox. Be excited. And he responds back immediately, goes, Fable, Perfect Dark, and Gears of War. What year is it? Like, it's 2004, baby. Let's go.
That's a good point. Yeah, kind of revisiting a lot of the older stuff, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for this game. I know it's gonna be a Game Pass banger. I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. It's just Fable, and they're remaking it. They're retelling the story. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. Looks graphically amazing. I hope it plays amazing. I mean, dude, are you kidding me? Like, they're just showing the gameplay, and it's just like combat looks fun.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. Oh man, it I won't speak too soon. It doesn't look like a miss, but I don't want to speak too soon.
I don't think it does.
I think we got a good game here. I'm hoping we have a good game here. So, yeah, excited to see more. But yeah, it was cool to see some gameplay. It's not coming until next year. We gotta wait.
Unfortunately, yes, but it's gonna. They did such a good job with the trailer and just really pulling people in. I think, and it's. Would you classify this as a reboot?
Pretty much, I think it is.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't know the whole Fable story, but like, I feel like for this, it seems like kind of a reboot direction. I don't know.
Yeah,
interesting stuff. This was at the end of the showcase. So we could just talk about it now. Kind of the one more thing that happened. And it is Gears of War E-Day. It's more Gears, Mike.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This is basically all geared towards being over the age of 27. That's what this is, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it looks good. Do you know what E-Day is? Did you ever play Gears of War?
Nah. Nah.
Do you want me to give you a quick breakdown?
Go for it.
All right, there's a bunch of locust people that live in the core of the earth. E-Day is Emergence Day, when they emerged from the ground.
Oh my god.
So what you see in the trailer is him fighting with the locust people.
Yeah.
And when the ground collapses in on itself and he almost falls into the pit, it's them breaking free into the earth.
Gosh.
So the characters that you're looking at, the heroes in this case, the Gears soldiers, are basically from the past, from like the old.
See.
Yeah. So it's kind of a prequel to the first Gears of War.
Very much is. It says here it's the next mainline game in the series. 14 years before Gears of War. Our heroes Marcus, Phoenix, and Dom Santiago return home to face a new nightmare, the Locust Horde. Subterranean monsters, grotesque and relentless, erupt from below, laying siege on humanity itself. Nice little prequel. Okay.
And there is a die-hard competitive fan base for Gears of War that's going to be stoked.
Oh, man. It better be good. It better be good.
I think the story has a lot of potential, and there's a huge callback too, man. You don't catch on to it because you never probably watched the first Gears of War trailer. Like, I'm so excited because it's significant, right?
Yeah.
It's Gary Jules' Mad World.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Where like playing the piano, everybody knows that song.
That's
one of the best trailers.
That was like one of the most iconic like Xbox trailers of all time. When they played that, it was just like, what?
I think that, dude, I remember that. This was at E3. They did that. And then they also did Halo 3's trailer with the two kids laying out in the field. Did you ever wonder what's up there? Like that thing? Dude, like that's...
Xbox trailers are at peak, bro.
Man. And I think they really captivated some of the energy there for Gears of War E-Day. Dude, it looks... Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic because they can butcher it from a competitive multiplayer standpoint, but the story, you can't mess up the story, dude. It's just so much potential. So many ways you can go and have fun with it.
No, I heard the Mad World kind of instrumental. In the trailer,
the little
and I remember because I remember seeing like I remember seeing that original trailer and like how iconic that was at the time for like just like it just hit like perfectly and everyone loved it. So I knew exactly when I heard that music, I was like, oh, they know what they're doing. It's like, they're trying to hit that nice little soft spot right there. But yeah,
it's that callback of like, hey, we still exist.
Yeah, I knew.
We're
I knew
Epic
exactly,
Games, baby.
Yeah, I knew exactly what that was when I heard it though. So, it was awesome to hear. But yeah, hey man, new Gears. I know people are excited. So.
Heck yeah,
hopefully we see more. Hopefully the multiplayer hits. We can get a nice little comp scene. That'd be kind of sick. These people come back to that. New trailer for Indiana Jones: The Great Circle, Mike. It's coming out this holiday.
How do you
season.
feel?
I'm excited for it. Kidding me? Machine Games.
I think the story is going to be good. I think the graphics look kind of meh. I think it's taken from the console.
It's very Bethesda. Like, even if it's Machine Games, BGS, like anything in that wheelhouse, I think it's kind of just like get what you get with the graphics at this point. Unless they switched to Unreal Engine 5, but this thing, like, are we doing that?
They've been working on this game forever, though.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a long time coming. Obviously, they couldn't do it for this game, but yeah, I'm hoping kind of stuff going forward. It's like, maybe a little bit better. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not like Unreal Engine 5. Kind of like whoa. So
no, yeah, I'm not gonna knock it though. Indiana Jones stuff is all about the story and the arc and the growth of the characters. So.
Yeah, it had the silly factor, right? It had that Indiana Jones silly factor.
Yeah,
some of it. So
of course,
I don't know. It's definitely a game I'm going to play without a doubt. So I just want to check it out. I want to be able to play in the Indiana Jones world. So I'm very much excited for it. I'm going to play it. It's coming out later this year. Is there a release date, Mike? No, dang, not yet.
No.
But hey, Game Pass game, so can't complain there. Definitely gonna be checking that out.
World premiere.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff is already in the game, but I guess not, because you can like be like an air ambulance simulator, and you can simulate agricultural aviation and commercial piloting and rescue pilots, and I don't know. It's kind of cool stuff to see. I'm always just impressed that it's a one-to-one representation of our actual Earth.
It's only going to get better, I think, with time.
Like, yeah, certainly.
It's cool.
Yeah,
it's the ultimate flight sim.
It really is.
Literally, like
if you're trying to learn,
perfect.
Hey, you want to be a pilot?
Hey,
yeah. That.
Get your hours in.
Perfect Dark. First look at the gameplay and a new trailer, Mike. Perfect Dark. What do we think? I never played the original.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna ask you. I was like, that game is old, dude.
It is old.
I still have it. I should have. You know what? I should have gotten all the old games I have and just like pulled them. I was like, I got Gears of War already. I got Perfect Dark already. I got Fable.
I done played this game.
Yeah, I think this is a good iteration. It got me excited. It does a bit of a callback to kind of remind you what Perfect Dark's about. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't really know what the heck's happening.
Yeah,
I really don't understand that much.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing because I want to go understand it. It's got my interest now.
Yeah,
it's looking cool.
Yeah, definitely looks interesting. This is something I play. You kidding me?
It looks very on brand with you. 100%.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to check this out.
I would imagine because what was the last Perfect Dark game? Perfect Dark 0 from 50 years ago. So I'm pretty sure this is a reboot, and they're pretty sure this is gonna be like you don't have to know everything from the past.
Yeah, probably not. It's kind of like a new iteration. But wasn't this the game? Or was it something else that we heard about a few weeks ago that was in like development hell? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't this, and I was thinking something else. But it began with a P. That's all I know. So I don't know.
Hopefully, it's not that one.
Yeah. I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember. But yeah, there was some. I think there was some like reboot that was not doing too hot development wise, but I don't think it was this because this looks fine. So I don't know. But anyway, we move on to kind of a little more new IP, lesser kind of not really an audience yet, but looks great. And South of Midnight, I think, is one of those games that when I saw it, I was like, okay, I like what I'm seeing. I think the gameplay looks pretty sick.
We might have a different opinion there, so I want to hear your thought about like the game and what got your interest, because when I saw the gameplay I immediately lost interest. The cutscenes to me look like they're in 15 maybe 30 FPS, and it like really bothered me.
I think that's part of the art style though. I think with the cinematics, I think it's
that's what I mean. I think it's intentional. Yeah.
I think it definitely is because like gameplay looks great. Like it's 60. Here we go. Cool. We're here. But yeah, it's definitely kind of it gave me like the Spider-Verse kind of vibes. Like if you've seen the Spider-Verse movies, it's kind of that similar style.
Comic book ish.
Yeah, which I don't mind. Yeah, I think gameplay wise it looks fascinating. It looks very interesting. It's third person, kind of just like very much story driven, and you're fighting a giant alligator toad thing? Yeah, alligator. Yeah, it looks it looks pretty crazy. But I mean, I think this is something that's up my alley, and it's something I definitely want to check out. It's day and date Game Pass, so I mean, hey,
there's a lot of those, so that's good.
Everything, yeah. Yeah, it's set to launch next year, so a little bit of time before we can play it. But I don't know. This is something I definitely want to check out. It's in Game Pass, so I'm for sure gonna check it out. I think it looks interesting, looks different, new. I like that. So yeah, I'm fascinated. I'm all in, Mike.
Okay.
I'm all in.
Okay. You're gonna have to let me know how it is, or let me know how it starts off, and if you think it's good, I'll probably test it out. For me, it just not really my game. I don't think.
Yeah.
This next one though is 100% both our games. I think.
State of Decay 3. This one surprised me. I am not gonna lie. I think
I didn't think it was gonna be good at all. Like the trailer, I thought it was gonna be trash.
Yeah, like trailer didn't look bad. Because I saw this and I immediately within the first like 10 seconds was like, are they actually making another State of Decay? Because like I just immediately knew it was State of Decay. Dude, the first two games were like, I thought average at best. Like I just didn't think they were like, especially on release. State of Decay 2 was like, what is this? It just was not good.
Yeah, I think State of Decay 2, when it first launched, people were like, this is trash, this is very good, it's not finished. But then as they continued updating, it got better.
Yeah.
Or do I have that backwards with different game?
It says here, according to the description, this follow-up to fan favorite State of Decay 2 represents a huge leap forward for the series and the studio. I guess it was fan favorite. I was not aware of that. But I know when I first played it, I want to say it was like riddled with bugs, and I was just like, this is
That's what I heard too. But then they fixed it,
but I'm
and I
assuming they
heard
fixed it
people are
because
trying to get people back on.
yeah, yeah, dude, I was definitely surprised by this. I mean, gameplay wise, doesn't look bad. I'll be curious to kind of see more and see the reviews, but I mean, yeah, the trailer doesn't look bad at all. I don't think so. So
Yeah, I think we got to be cautiously optimistic because this is technically a cinematic,
yeah,
not gameplay.
that's very
Cinematics
true.
always look good because they probably spent more time on the cinematics than they did developing a mechanic for like the guns, you know, because it's got to look good. You're
Yeah,
selling
you're
the
wrong.
product, you
You're
know.
wrong.
So cautiously optimistic, I think, is the better way to put it. But dude, I'm truly peaked. I'm like, I gotta figure out what this is about.
Steady
I want to
K3.
know more.
They're making a third one, so I mean, hey, gotta do first two gotta do well enough to warrant a third. So hey, gotta give it
That's
to
a
them.
fact. Yep.
Move on to world premieres, new games from our partners. Yeah, there was a first look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. The bigger look was obviously
Yeah.
the Ubisoft showcase. They had more of a deep dive. I mean, it was all in-game footage and cinematics for this and the Ubisoft one, and you saw gameplay at the Ubisoft showcase. It's Assassin's Creed. I will say that. I think the samurai combat for me actually looks really interesting though. I could tell it's like, I think I heard somewhere like it looks heavily inspired by like Ghost of Tsushima kind of combat, which was really good. So that's certainly a positive, I think. Maybe hopefully it follows that vein because good samurai combat can carry a lot of stuff in a game that's set in feudal Japan. So
yeah, it absolutely can.
yeah,
This is the one that had all the controversy over the type of character that was going on in Japan.
yeah, it was like the first Black Samurai,
Yeah.
right? Which actually is historically accurate. Like there was a Black Samurai, and it's kind of
Oh, I don't doubt that. Yeah,
he's based off that character. So yeah, there was definitely it was really interesting that first trailer. But,
yeah, people were all like uptight about it, I guess, and then the other ones are just like, dude, samurais.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. It was cool to see. There wasn't much shown in the Xbox trailer. The Ubisoft one, seeing the gameplay though, and seeing the samurai, and you get to play as the assassin as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like seeing that. And it looks like there's definitely certain points in the game where you have like the choice. If you want to take the more stealth approach, you play as the assassin. If you just feel like beating them up, hey, play as a samurai. You just go in.
Yep.
And I feel like that's probably what I play the most of. I mean, I don't know. This is me. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool to see kind of another trailer, and then the further gameplay at the Ubisoft showcase. Adam Fall, Mike. Adam Fall.
How did you feel about that? Because it reminded me of Fallout, like right off the bat.
Yeah, it kind of does, right? It's like a Fallout kind of. I don't know. I was gonna say Bioshocky, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. I always confuse the two sometimes. Just like all similar style studios.
Yeah,
but it looks cool. I don't know if there's enough interest to bring me to the game though. Like sometimes I was watching, I was like, "Why'd you kill that guy?" I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older, but I think that is like, did you have to take that guy out?
I mean, hey, dude,
Like you could just avoid him, man.
you're telling me you don't want to play a game set in the rolling British countryside with idyllic pubs, quaint villages, and red phone boxes?
There's a red phone box in the middle of nowhere in the trailer.
Yeah, it says, created by Rebellion, the makers of the much-loved Sniper Elite and Zombie Army franchises, Adam Falls inspired by a real-world nuclear disaster that occurred in northern England in 1957. Game follows fictional storyline where you find yourself in a quarantine zone 5 years after the event. So yeah, you fight crazy monsters and weird stuff. It's supposed to come out next year. You already know, Game Pass, baby. I already know. So yeah, I don't know. It looks fascinating. Definitely something I'd probably check out. The colors, Mike. The colors.
It's all about the colors. I feel like every one of these showcases has a theme, and this one apparently is colors.
This was interesting. Expedition 33. I thought this definitely intrigued me. I'm seeing this. It's a reactive turn-based RPG. So turn-based stuff, it could be hit or miss for me. Most of the time I don't play turn-based stuff, but I like the setting in this, I think. So it's cool. It's almost like a little bit steampunk inspired, I feel like, which is interesting.
That is probably the best way to describe it. Turn-based steampunk. Yeah, because one of the bosses immediately looks like a steampunk character.
Yeah. these outfits just scream that aesthetic. I don't know. Just seeing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's
Imagine
turn-based.
if we dress like that in real life. That'd be sick.
I mean, dude, we all be
Side
classy
note.
as heck, dude. Kind of nuts.
I'm totally down.
I'd be down too. Why not? But yeah, so it's cool to see this. It says Francis Labelle Epoch, I don't even know if I'm probably not saying that right, a period famous for its stunning and lavish contributions to the country's world-renowned culture of art. Cool to see that. But yeah, it's an interesting looking turn-based game. So yeah, the world looks fascinating to me. Dragon Age Veilguard, Mike. Dragon Age, baby. We're back. We're back on Dragon Age.
Yeah, Dragon Age has been going on forever, dude. How did you feel about this trailer?
It's funny. I was literally just going to ask you because I've heard interesting opinions about this trailer. For me, I'm not huge into Dragon Age, so I was like, oh, okay. I don't know the universe much, so I feel like when I watch this, as someone who doesn't know it, I'm like, looks pretty interesting. Like it's an interesting take. For people that play Dragon Age, I've heard from from a lot of people that have played Dragon Age, they said this trailer didn't make sense to them with the tone that it was trying to go for, of like kind of a. Someone said these character introductions reminded them of like a Fortnite, like a Borderlands style, like kind of like character thing, which they felt didn't really fit well with the Dragon Age universe. Kind of a more serious undertone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I remember it being way more serious, way more real-ish.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see the gameplay stuff, kind of how that looks and how that's presented. I mean, as someone who hasn't really played the Dragon Age games, like I thought it was okay. I mean, there was nothing. I didn't have anything wrong with it, but then again, I don't know the universe well. It's cool to see a dragon. I mean,
it is very cool, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, new Dragon Age. We'll see with the gameplay, but it seems like for the diehard fans, this did not hit as probably they were expecting. So I'm unfortunate to see there, but it's Bioware, so you would hope we need some hits. Bioware, come on, need Dragon Age.
Been a while.
Saying, yeah. You meet your team of 7 companions, each with their own rich story to discover and shape. Together, you will become the Veilguard. Yeah, interesting stuff to see there.
Okay, well, we'll see how that develops, I think.
True. You want a Souls Light? Or something like that? Nice little,
well, the next 2 games, like, they have similar aesthetics, I think. Yeah. This one's pretty interesting. What's it called? Flintlock, you said?
Yeah,
Souls-like Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
Siege of Dawn. It's next month. Comes out. It's very soon.
Yeah, it's been hinted. I think we first saw a preview or like a teaser a year ago.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Actually, I think I remember at the time when we saw this, I thought the combat was really interesting. It looks different in the fact that there's like interesting combos you can do, and like I like this kind of teleporting, like
flying. Yeah,
you're like flying through these like purple triangles, and it's like teleporting to other places. I think from a combat standpoint, it looks very interesting. So hey, that's next month. I might check this one out.
It looks like just really new. I like just hopefully it's something unique.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly does. I think it's one of those things. Like I feel like if you master the combat, there's a high ceiling there where you can like really go crazy. So that's my hope anyway. So you can like really learn it.
I know what you're saying, but what if it's the opposite, where you can master the combat, like you're saying, the inputs, and then everything becomes easy or boring and repetitive?
But then you don't have
because it can go either way.
I mean, yeah, then your gameplay loop is trash, and then the game is trash. Like, come on, man. Can't be doing that.
So
come on.
We'll see.
Hopefully, they don't let me down. I always will say that.
Yeah, but it looks like you're on a quest to kill rampaging gods. So let's go.
I mean, hey, I like that. Yeah, obviously, I'll wait for the reviews. You know what I'm saying? Wait for the reviews on this one. But hey, there's that
coming out soon.
Next month. Oh, Mike, this fascinated me a little bit. It's a different take. Yeah, Fragpunk, a different take on FPS game. I think competitive FPS.
Yes.
Games.
Yeah, I'm this dude. A hero shooter, 5v5 and squad battle style, possibly arena. Yeah, I want to see how this is going to play out. It looks interesting.
I think
flipping worlds, bro.
Dude, like I think the idea of throwing cards into this is actually pretty interesting. Like just essentially changing things so it's like a combination of a card game and an FPS. Yep. I think this could go crazy. Not gonna lie. So
that's actually kind of Do you have card games in League of Legends? We have plenty of heroes you can choose from. But I guess
I don't
in
know.
this game, your hero can change based on the cards. I wonder if it's an FPS, like a 5v5, where you can actually ban activating certain cards.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like
Maybe like
comp
competitive.
settings, like
Yeah.
certain players will ban certain maps or certain game types that
Yeah.
you can't play. That'd be
Yeah, I
very
mean,
cool to see.
I would think from a competitive standpoint that yeah, I can definitely see that. But yeah,
There's some
dude,
potential here.
I mean, there really is 5v5 competitive hero shooter, but I think its gimmick and its twist here could actually be interesting with the cards. So I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
excited to see. Excited to see more.
it's somebody trying something new. I
Exactly. Yeah.
think.
Exactly.
I
It's
can't. I can't. I have no reference for another game that does this. Do you?
no, not like
Like,
this. Throwing cards into it, like what?
yeah. So you
It's
got
crazy.
70 cards, 10 heroes, 14 weapons, and 4 maps. We'll see
Dang.
how boring those 4 maps get.
70 cards. That's crazy. A lot of
Yeah,
abilities.
that's a lot of
Um,
replayability too.
yeah.
A
Dude, 10
lot of
heroes
replayability.
too. And hopefully a nice variety of heroes. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. 14
It's
weapons.
got to be balanced though. It really has to be
I
balanced.
mean, yeah, you
But
have
yeah.
to do that. I feel like, I mean, no, I'm gonna say it's possible. It's so hard though. I feel like to balance a competitive
It's
shooter.
that's why I'm saying you
Yeah.
got to like be able to block games from like not games but block the cards. If you have that 70
Yeah.
different unique abilities, that's
This could be
that can
something
get out
that
of
are
hand. One of those
busties.
is a yeah, there's a couple there that are overpowered for
Yeah,
sure.
without a doubt. Oh, Mike, Life is Strange. One of my loves. All right, I love this series. It's so my
I
whole
didn't
very
think they
dear
were
to
going to
me.
do a sequel. So it
Yeah,
was going to be pretty Is it wait, hold on. You played the first one.
I sure did.
Okay, so it is the original star Max is returning.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm
Okay.
talking
Dude,
about.
that the first Life is Strange is really good, but the whole premise is you can't change the past.
Yeah,
Like you need to grow
exactly.
from the past. That was the entire thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's going on this time?
This is the thing. I also heard more about kind of what they're going for with this, kind of like from a story standpoint. What's really fascinating to me is that from what I read, and I'm really curious to see how they're going to do this. They said there's obviously two endings to the first game. I won't spoil it. Two endings to the first
Yeah.
game. They are essentially writing the story in a way for this game where both make sense, and there's not one that they're making canon. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to do that. Um, seems
Neither
kind
one's
of
canon or one will
well,
be canon.
it says both of them will make sense. Like they're not canonizing one ending. So I have no idea how that's gonna go. But it's
Hmm.
I don't know. It's intriguing. I mean, essentially, you're playing as Max in the first game. She was in like high school. Now she's in college. She's still taking up photography. But a friend of hers is murdered, and so she tries to rewrite the past. Kind of a similar, I think, kind of probably thing from the first game. Kind of
Yeah.
similar kind of storyline, but yeah. So it's look, it's Life is Strange. Best believe I will play it. I love the first game. Second game was good. It was obviously different kind of story, but it's still in the same universe. Um, I even played Before the Storm, which I think was like a prequel to the first one. That was
It
pretty
was,
good.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm certainly intrigued. I will say the funniest thing, Mike, that I saw is and they even mentioned it here. So it arrives on October 29th. Nice little Halloween kind of release, even though it's not like a scary game. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. You can, Mike. You obviously know there's an Ultimate Edition. You obviously
Oh
know
yeah.
has to be
Always.
the best part. Like the Ultimate Edition and kind of these pre-order stuff. The Ultimate Edition, it's like 7 or 8 outfits because I mean, there's not really much they can do, like with kind of incentives. I feel like so it's just like a ton of outfits. But where they really are trying to get people is for like $20 extra. You get the first 2 episodes that launch with the game 2 weeks early, and that's the incentive. 2 weeks for the game to
Dang.
come out. I'm like, what? Like that is insane to me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna pre-order it. Like I'm probably gonna wait. That seems excessive.
It's super
2
excessive.
weeks is crazy to me. So I don't know. It's I thought that was an interesting pre-order, or not pre-order, but like Ultimate Edition
Steal.
incentive. So yeah, I don't know.
It is pretty interesting. I don't think anybody else has ever done that, but I don't think they really could because the nature of video games, there's not very many chapter-based, story-driven games
Yeah,
out
there's
there.
not many. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely in a league of its own here. More MECHA Break, Mike. Anything else?
I don't know what else to say. Yeah, no, I mean mostly just like we get more gameplay. It's more stuff that I want to see and more stuff I like. Just this one showed all the different style classes you can have.
Yeah.
Megasalt being similar to just flying around, being in a like a tank or a vehicle, stuff like that. Being in your normal mech suit. You know, I think I know why I like it so much. Not just the fact that it reminds me of Gundam in my childhood. It also reminds me of Star Wars, not Star Wars, jeez, Transformers, War for Cybertron, Fall for Cybertron, all those games that happened in like the mid 2000s, late 2000s. Phenomenal games, absolutely wonderful games, and it reminds me. This game, Mecha Break, reminds me of those games. So it's mostly just
Okay.
I never got another Transformers sequel, but now I get Gundam too. So let's get in here.
Hey.
And look at the dude. Look at these combos. Go to the part where it's 1 minute in.
1 minute in.
Yeah, 1 minute in to the preview. It's right after he gets done flying, and just look at these combos you can do. Melee combat. Here it comes. Like, yeah, shooting, zooming in, popping with a stick. Like you like staffs. I got one. You fly way up high, and then you can just hammer them. Dude, it looks good.
I mean, hey, there's no denying that looks sick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I like pretty.
I just powered up
chic.
and my shield busted off of me and then went back on me like I was a Super Saiyan. Bring it on, man. I'm all about that. So what do you say? I was about to say this one might be up your alley right here. It looks good. It looks good.
Listen, dude, I've never played the Metal Gear Solid games, but I've always wanted to. I feel like this is a good entry point. Try it out. I like it. Yeah, new take on a classic. Snake Eater creates a deeply immersive world that enhances with enhanced visuals and sounds, using the full potential of UE5 while keeping legacy controls of voice lines for the original title intact. New third-person camera and control layout offers players an intuitive introduction to the beginning of the Metal Gear saga as they step into the boots of Snake in a high-stakes espionage thriller. I mean, hey, there's no better time to try out Metal Gear Solid. I'm like, no better.
You ever watch Rambo?
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like that, but more Splinter Cell-y. It's like Rambo. The premise: John Rambo gets stuck and abandoned like Vietnam and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what happens to Metal Gear Solid here.
Yeah, he's talking about you need to find your own food, your own guns, your own weapons. And he's like, my own food. Yeah, it's pretty funny, but yeah.
He actually looked like Rambo at one point. He has the bandana on, submachine gun covered in blood, walking through
you already
mud.
know they did that on purpose.
100%, dude. They know who's watching 100%. These trailers.
Callback. Yeah, I gotta check it out for sure. Looks great, new visuals and everything. It's my opportunity to get in there. Good.
Yeah.
Get in there. It's kind of funny because mixtape is next, and it's about music. There you go.
You know, I tried to watch this on YouTube. Copyright. Couldn't watch it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, and especially everyone who's trying to cover the trailer and everything, it's like you couldn't include audio because it's just like, yep. It's all copyrighted. But I mean, hey, I like the premise. Kind of like the idea of like, especially like, you know, when you were younger, there's certain music you remember and kind of how it felt when you heard like kind of, you know, amazing songs and whatnot. It kind of it's trying to bring, I think, people back to that sort of vibe. So I'm all for it. I think it looks interesting. Definitely a type of game I'd probably check out myself. Yeah, I like what I see. And we're floating into space while there's fireworks in a car.
It looks clean.
It's interesting.
It looks clean.
Oh, show looking pretty crazy. Smashing Pumpkins in it. Iggy Pop. Come on, dude. Joy Division. On, Mike.
Would have been nice to hear it when I was watching it on YouTube's IGN channel on YouTube.
But we move on to Stalker 2 because it's right around the corner.
Good.
Mike, looks really good.
Yeah, I'm all about this style game.
I'm definitely trying to check this out.
Chernobyl, bro. It's looking good.
Chernobyl, Pripyat.
I never played the first Stalker. I'm embarrassed to say that because I actually have a copy right over there on my little bookstand.
Nice.
and I should get on it, but I also don't want to boot it up.
You love
How
your
do you,
motherland.
how do you feel about it? You think it looked good? Looked
Oh
like a
yeah,
good solid shooter?
yeah. It's definitely something I check out. It's obviously like I never played the first one. It's giving me the Metro vibes because the Russia. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff there. But yeah, I mean, graphically looks great. Definitely looks worth it. Hand to hand combat, kicking someone in the nuts that has a knife. I mean, come on. What could you want?
Yeah. Invisible enemies, floating
Getting
orbs.
stabbed. It's crazy.
Get stabbed,
Yep.
yeah.
Getting stabbed.
First time?
Yeah, it's like somewhere there's a radio. There's like crazy like other supernatural kind of looking things because
Yes.
the radiation has like done something to people's
More-
minds and created these monsters. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, like morphed reality in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely looks interesting for sure. It's coming out September. It's right around the corner.
There's a lot of hype in this game, and it looks
Yep.
it looks kind of complete right now, I think.
Yeah,
It's got to be close to being finished.
that's what I'm saying. It's about to be just testing, I think, for the next 3 months. But yeah, so it's looking good. Definitely one I want to check out for sure. You already know it's Game Pass title. You already know. It was kind of funny.
Pretty sure all these are, I feel like.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for the third party stuff. Not really Game Pass. Life is Strange? Nah, not Game Pass. Sorry. But Winter Bro, this was like the only kind of like indie-ish looking title I felt like.
You're
showcase.
right. Now that you mention it, yeah, I never even thought about it, but 100% right. The story it sounded pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was more like a family-oriented game, possibly, or just people that like stories, single-player games.
Yeah, for sure.
I like games that just kind of sell like, hey, here's our artwork, and go do the story. It's not that challenging. It's kind of like a nice peaceful walk.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, yeah, good story. Don't you're a rat, so don't freeze. You can make stone axes, you can chop down and get resources outside in the world, cook stuff. Yeah, it's probably an underlying story. Looks interesting. It reminds me, the gameplay is a lot like Don't Starve. Remember that game? Don't Starve, like the kind of
Briefly,
it was like
yeah.
Don't Starve
That rings a
Together, where
bell.
it was like, it's a similar style of that, and it's like you're fighting enemies. It's the same kind of top-down view like this. So I feel like controls will probably be pretty similar to something like that. And both the games are around survival, so hey, it's kind of. But yeah, for those that have played Don't Starve, looks just like that, except you're a mouse. So there you go. You're fighting a owl, because why not? When a burrow, maybe
that is a rat's number one enemy.
Sure is.
An owl.
Coming to Game
Probably
Pass.
worse than a cat.
This one's coming to Game Pass. I thought this was third party, but I guess not. It's coming to Game Pass. So there you go. There you go, dude. Wu Chang?
Wu Chang, I think.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers was revealed. Journey into the darkness of the late Ming Dynasty. It looks
Souls-like.
look real sinister, you know what I'm saying, Mike? Real sinister.
It's
And
very
definitely
Souls-like.
Souls, yep.
Yep, it reminded me of the Wukong. Is it Wukong? Yeah, the one that wasn't shown.
Yeah.
Or was shown but wasn't talked about in the last article. Yeah, this looks cool. I'm all about. I don't know. Is this something you would play? Do you have any interest in like? Would it be like Imperial China with? I mean, it's a dynasty, the Ming Dynasty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if I ever get into Souls likes, Mike, this is gonna be right there on the list. You know what I'm saying? You can wish list it right now. It's coming to Game Pass, bro. Hey, next year. Yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks good though for Souls like. Looks like if you like Souls likes, you're gonna like this game. So it looks like new updates for live games. I look, I ain't gonna show it because it was pretty crazy.
Oh, dude.
But Diablo 4,
bro.
they kind of hit with that. The
They
trailers
went hard.
dude. The trailers and stuff like that, cinematics. Obviously, it's Blizzard's like that's like their
Bread and butter, dude.
That's what they're always good at. But dude, this one they had to have a viewer discretion advised warning before they showed the trailer because it was definitely needed. There's limbs ripping apart and yeah, it was wild.
Dude, I saw it like I got halfway through and it was right where her eyes go completely black or like blood, and I paused it. I turned around to my coworker and I was like, "Have you played Diablo yet?" And he's like, "No, I've been meaning to though." And I was like, "You need to go watch this trailer right now and go download Diablo 4 tonight." And he goes, "What?" And he watches the trailer and he looks at me and goes, "I think I'm gonna play Diablo tonight." I gave him a quick rundown of the stuff that he needed to know. And he's like, "I'm doing it."
Yeah, dude, this is next chapter Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred, coming out October 8th. But yeah, the trailer is wild. I recommend you watch it.
Gross.
Unless you have a weak stomach, then maybe not. But just know that new stuff's on the way. So very cool stuff there. Elder Scrolls Online. It's been 10 years, Mike. Can you believe it? I can't.
They keep talking about it and never releasing a new Elder Scrolls is driving me crazy.
Yeah. It came out shortly after Skyrim, and hey, still alive. Somehow. Skyrim is still alive. Hey, we're here.
Yeah. With all those mods that we covered, remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why it's still alive.
Still kicking. Fall 76, getting Skyline Valley. It's coming out, I think, June 12th. So it's out right now. Some of that stuff. It's essentially like the first map expansion, I think, to the main map that they're releasing. So very exciting stuff there. Another reason to jump back in. I don't know. I might check it out. We'll see. I
think you should.
See how it goes. But hey, new stuff on the map. I'm all for it. It says it's a major expansion of the world map. Come across the Savage Divide and travel to the southern reaches of Appalachia. The picturesque new region, Skyline Valley, introduces fresh locations to explore among the woodlands once known as Shenandoah National Park. Shenandoah? I don't know. I don't know. Shenandoah. That sounds accurate. So yeah,
American right there.
Seek out Vault 63, uncover the mysteries. It's out right now. Go play it. You get to play as a ghoul. I think next year they're working on that, so you actually get to play as a non-human character. It's pretty cool. It's cool to see that.
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw this, I just immediately thought of The Boys, Mike. Ain't gonna lie. Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves season
God, the
13.
Boys watching this?
Oh, dude. Remember we were playing the expansions of this?
Oh, the boy. Oh, dude, I thought you were talking about Amazon, The Boys. I was like, what are you on about right now? No. I thought about the same thing. When I saw that, so I was like, maybe we should go hit up The Boys.
Hop on this again?
We need a full crew out there and then go do the expansion. Season 13.
It's a fun thing to do. Just hopping on, having a reason to get back on. So
it's such a vibe, dude.
It really is, man. And yeah. So we got new stuff. Season 13. It's around my birthday too. It's funny. It's 2 days before my birthday. You know,
it might be time. That's actually my sister's birthday, the 25th.
So I see. In celebration of relatives' birthdays, going on that day. But yeah, free update. I mean, it's free. It's free. It's free. Shattered Space Starfield official trailer drops. Hey, I'm down. More Starfield, more stuff to check out. I'm all in. I know some people. Very polarizing game, especially late game, but hey, looking pretty sick.
Hey, whatever.
Check it out.
It looks clean. Yeah.
Sure does.
Good update.
Excited to see more. Hopefully we'll get some Gamescom stuff. Who knows, man? It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's cool to see the first look of that. And yeah, there's a June update that's out now for the game. Made some changes, improvements, so always good to see that. And then, you already know, Blizzard under the helm of Xbox at this point. We're getting World of Warcraft expansion trailers at the showcase. You already know, Mike. That's what we get this.
Yes, sir.
The War Within coming out August 26th. Yeah, it was cool to see the trailer for that. It's again Blizzard cinematics. Can't go wrong. Always hit it. The only thing is like, I mean, I would say we don't know the gameplay, but then again we do. It's World of Warcraft. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If that's a plan, they know. But yeah, I don't know. It looks great. The trailer, anyways, looks great. So, hey, happy for you, WoW fans. Getting some new content here soon. Real soon.
WoW is still super popular too, so people have been sleeping.
Yeah. For a limited time, Blizzard is offering the Welcome to Azeroth bundle, which includes everything players need to begin their adventure to Azeroth. The bundle includes the current expansion, the critically acclaimed Dragonflight, a level 60 character boost, and 60 days of game time for only $25. Yeah, that's a pretty solid deal. There you go, dude. Battle.net. Check it out. We even got a little hardware announcement, Mike. Nothing too crazy, but hey, an announcement nonetheless.
We got three new versions.
Sure
that were
do.
leaked about 9 months ago.
Yeah, dude, you have a nice little Series X all digital, a Series S all digital. May I say the Xbox Series sad? May I say that? It's very sad.
I like it.
And then the special edition Series X with a 2 terabyte SSD. That's pretty crazy
Okay.
stuff. Look, I think it's cool and all. I got a PC mic. All these games come
Don't
to
need
Game
any of that.
Pass.
Yep.
PC. You know what I'm saying?
I think there
look,
are a handful of games I would definitely play on console in my living room, though.
That's
I
true.
definitely think that.
True.
But if you're playing shooters and you got a mouse and keyboard, you can't match it sometimes.
Really can.
COD, I'm playing with the controller. I'll be real. But like other games, like Stalker, I'm playing mouse and keyboard, 100%. 100%.
Sure. That was pretty much it at the Xbox showcase. I'm just saying banger after banger. There was a lot of stuff I was seeing that I was like, I'd played that. That was like most of the showcase for me. Like, yeah, I played that. It's good.
Yeah. I would say about probably like 80%. I would say I would play it. But then the big ones that I was right off the bat, like, holy crap, I'm definitely playing that. Like Gears of War, definitely playing that. Call of Duty, I'm absolutely playing that. MECHA Break, I've been geeked about. I'm playing that. Probably watch Frag Punk. I don't know if I'll play it, but I'll watch it, see if it's any good. What's the other big one that I'm absolutely missing? Perfect Dark, I'm playing. Just doing a quick little scroll up, And honestly, I think this is one of the better showcases we've had in a very long time.
Yeah, for sure, especially from Xbox. I think way better than last year's.
Yeah.
Year before, way better. Yeah, it's just all around good. Yeah, South of Midnight was a highlight for me, I think. Seeing something new there. Avowed obviously was a highlight for me. Expedition 33 looked interesting. Even Flintlock, Siege of Dawn looked good. Of course, Life is Strange stuff, even though it's technically third party, but still it was shown.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that. Metal Gear Solid. Mixtape. I mean, even like the smaller games, like a lot of it looked good. Stalker 2. And come on, dude. Just banger after banger after banger after banger.
Dude, Diablo 4 is looking clean, though.
True.
Clean.
Very true. All right, this is it, Mike. I'm not going to spend too much time on the Ubisoft showcase. I think the most important thing that was shown, and probably the only thing we should mention, was that Skull and Bones is getting an update. Very excited for that. I think not only this season, but they teased the next season as well. We're on season 2 at this point, Mike, which is just so pivotal.
I can't believe
franchise.
it happened.
Season 2, dude.
Control,
I
dude.
saw that and I was like, what? Season 2? Like, what is going on here? Oh,
I
man.
can't even believe it. Can I say something about Ubisoft?
Yeah, dude. Go for it.
I don't care about all the instruments. I don't care about all the speeches. I don't care about you coming up on stage and talking about it. You need to be about it. I need to see it. I want to be interested in your game. But if you just talk about it, I don't care. You're just another sales guy to me. I want to see the product work, my man, before I buy. Skull and Bones ain't it. Sorry.
Yeah, this is...
The Crew Motorfest, I completely forgot about. We're in year 2?
Yep.
I completely forgot about that. X Defiant, I literally downloaded last night, so I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. I mean, I played it. It's slower COD. It's not terrible. I wish the netcode was better.
Slower COD?
It's like a slower. Yeah, it's like not as fast paced. It's not like Halo slow, but it's not like COD fast. That makes sense.
So it's a slower COD, and the netcode's bad.
Yeah, you can imagine. You can imagine.
I'm gonna have a great time, dude.
You can imagine.
I will say, Avatar piqued my interest.
Yeah,
I like the
that
art style. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see that getting extra content for sure.
Yeah, Anno 117 is pretty cool. I think that's interesting. They didn't really show anything at all.
It's a city builder,
my
man.
interest.
Hey.
Yeah,
city builder, so not bad.
Be an ancient Roman Empire. That's just sick. I think that's cool.
True. I mean, obviously, Prince of Persia: Lost to Crown is getting some DLC. That's cool to see. Sands of Time is getting a remake that they announced. That was probably the thing that was like my ears perked up when I saw that. When I heard that. So I'm excited to see a remake of that. I was laughing so hard when they were talking about Skull and Bones and how they were on like season 3 or they're caught on season 3. I'm like, all right, here we are, we're here.
We'll see.
But yeah,
Season 3, we'll
the
see.
Star Wars Outlaws went on for so long. Assassin's Creed went on for so long, and it was one of those things like I was just like, I don't know. Those parts I skipped. I'm not gonna lie, because I watched it after the fact, and it was just like, I couldn't sit through all of most of that. But especially Assassin's Creed, like Star Wars, I was definitely more intrigued by. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting stuff to say the least. Avatar stuff was interesting. Yeah, Crew Motorfest, completely forgot they showed anything about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. But see, this is the thing. Mike.
Racing's not your thing.
I mean, that's true. But I was just talking about the showcase in general. This is the thing. With the Ubisoft showcase, they are very much taking a 2014 approach to these showcases.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
With like having people speak on stage for extended periods, and they show games, and they have music and stuff like that. Like that is very much 10 years ago.
Yep.
Nowadays, that attention span, unless it's like, this is the thing, you can only get away with that large stage presence if it is a highly anticipated title that is like ready to just like go crazy and like impact future titles in the genre going forward. Like if it's a really big game, I think that makes sense. But like with stuff like this at Ubisoft, it's like most of this stuff is just like, oh, like for every single game, we're having people come up on stage and talk about stuff about games that like are just like either just make me go to sleep and probably a lot of other people go to sleep. And it's like, it does not work for every single title. And I think that's what these forwards are proving. It's like just getting someone to go up and like talk about the game and draw it out so we can get an hour. And it's just like, oh man, it just doesn't work for all these games. And it's a very old approach. And I'm sad Ubisoft does not take a more Zoomer approach to, especially the titles where it's just like, here's a season update. Here's like a small DLC thing. It's like, I feel like that it's like better to just like show it. That's it. Kind of move on. Big titles like Star Wars, I get it. It's kind of their next main IP. They want to like talk a little bit about that. That makes sense to me. But it's like, what are we doing with like every single thing? We have to have someone come up and talk for 4 minutes, and then we show something, and then move on to the next. And then we have these long music epics where it's like for a series that's just like, oh, I just want to see the game, man. Like, what's going on? Yeah, it just doesn't work, unfortunately, I think.
Yeah, dude, like, I just don't think Ubisoft has it in them to do this. Saying it's a 2014 approach, I absolutely agree with you, but I also think maybe they're doing it in 2024 because they don't have the content in the games to actually fill a whole hour slot. Like
Definitely not.
maybe they should just be under the umbrella of Xbox, get over it, or like just doing games Xbox Games Fest and only showing that stuff. It's not that big of a deal. Like EA doesn't even do this anymore, man.
Yeah.
EA has like 3 games under their belt, really.
Nintendo, PlayStation State of Plays. Just do like a State of Play. It doesn't have to be an hour. 30 minutes, bam. Get everything out. We're good.
Like let's look at this. So you got, let's count them. Star Wars Outlaws. That's one game. That's new. Okay. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake coming out 2 years from now.
Which was a little like 30-second teaser. It wasn't even like a huge thing.
Yeah, but they talked about it forever.
Yeah, well they
that's the thing.
They talked about what they talked about. I'm pretty sure was Lost Crown, right? And then they said that was like the one more thing was like, oh, we've been working on something, and they made some corny joke about time, and then they showed.
Okay, I'm being generous by counting it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then you got Assassin's Creed Shadows. Okay, that's 3 games. Anno 117, the Pax Romana, that looked actually pretty cool. That's a reveal. So that's 4 games. No idea when that's launching, right? Or is it? It's coming to PC this year. Okay, sometime next year. Who knows what that means? Then you got the Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown DLC. That doesn't count. That's a DLC.
Yep.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora was that? You gonna count that as 5? It's DLC, really. X Defiant, that's been in alpha, beta, gamma, like 8 different times in the last year,
and it still ain't ready.
So yeah, it still ain't really ready. Skull and Bones, holy crap! I forgot that actually launched after 15 years.
Quadruple A.
Yeah, quadruple A title. Yeah, jeez. and then the Crew Motorfest. So you really only got 3 titles?
that are like, yeah.
And 3 titles? 2.5. Anno 117, Assassin's Creed, and then, yeah, Star Wars. And
Pains
their
me.
showcase was an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes.
It pains me. There's just not
Like,
the content. It ain't there. It's all on the stage and these musical performances and spending at least half of it on 2 games. Like, it's crazy.
yeah, I don't want to trash Ubisoft, right? Because it's like, or Ubisoft, I don't want to trash them. I want them to succeed, but also, what are we doing? You know?
I do. Yves Guillemot, I'm coming for your head. I'm just kidding.
I want them to succeed. I do. They used to make really good games,
They did,
but
man.
it's been a long time since I've played a really good game by them. It's been a long time, dude.
Don't they have Far Cry? What are we doing?
Okay, cool.
What are we?
Like,
No, I'm saying like, don't they have the Far Cry IP? Like, what are we doing?
dude,
with
they
that?
have so many IPs that they just
don't they
don't
have Splinter Cell?
Oh my
God, where's my
don't give me
Splinter Cell game?
Dog, don't get me started. Let me just try to find it on Wikipedia. Holy crap. They got some games that you're just like,
Splinter Cell game. Where's my
doing?
super suit?
Where is my super suit? First of all, you got all the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recons, bro.
True.
All of them.
True.
Rainbow Six, do they actually?
Yeah.
Do they have Rainbow Six Six?
Rainbow Six Siege, yeah. It's like their big multiplayer.
Yeah,
title.
okay. Man. Damn.
He's
Killer
so-
Freaks from Outer Space?
He said, like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, are they cooking? No, they're not. No. It's been a while, dude. Where's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro? Where,
dude?
They really don't. Honestly, I'm like, there's all these games are old, man. It's been a long time. Like, where's the originality? Oh, jeez.
Right there.
Okay,
That's
maybe
why
I'm
they had to
being
get the
too
Star
harsh.
Wars IP. That's why they had to get the Star Wars IP, Mike.
And do what with it, brother? Take me to Tatooine for the 12th
And
time?
do what
I'm
with it,
tired of
brother.
it. Oh, you want to go see the cantina? No, dude. I've seen it every freaking movie. I'm
But this
tired
is
of
like
it.
you've never experienced it before.
Dude, Darth Vader blew up the wrong planet. He should have taken out Tatooine, man. Honestly, I'm tired of that damn planet. So tired of it. Holy
Gosh,
crap.
dude.
I guess at least they have Assassin's Creed. Oh my gosh. Litigation 2020 sexual misconduct. Ugh. Oh gosh.
It's rough out here.
Okay.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Rough out here. Listen, Mike. I think we've covered everything we wanted to cover. You know.
And another thing. No, I'm just kidding.
One more thing.
Yeah,
There
you're
was
right.
there
We
was
should
Day of the
probably
Dev
wrap up.
stuff. We can talk about Day of the Devs. Although I encourage you to go watch some indie titles. You can see some
That's
stuff there.
where the only innovation is in the industry. So if you actually want to play games that are new and exciting that you've never experienced before, you got to go check out the indie devs.
Yep,
You have to.
sure do. You sure do. Any final thoughts? I think Summer Games Fest. I think Xbox.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think Ubisoft.
Xbox.
Like down here. Yeah, it's crazy.
Man.
What do you think, Mike?
Yeah.
You agree?
I think everybody was hating on Xbox for a while, and they absolutely needed this showcase, and they cooked. I think they did really well. I really think they did well.
After nuking Tango, they needed to nuke this in a good way. So there you go. Presentation went crazy.
Crushed it. Anyways, after me talking all this trash about Ubisoft, I'm gonna go play X Defiant. So let's wrap up and let the people go, shall we? Do you have anything you want to say before we get started?
Dude, I like the showcases as always. I'm
Yes,
always
sir.
excited to see them. So hey, keep them coming. You know.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and say first and foremost, we have timestamps in the description below that you can check out for most of the I think the heavy hitter games that I kind of wanted to identify for anybody that just wanted to get a quick little snippet of what games are going on. We have links to the articles in the description below as well. You can check those out. And that's really it. I think that's all I got to offer. So, if you want to see us, follow us on social media and stuff. So, yeah. Anyways,
Down there.
this has been the M2 Podcast. I'm Michael Anthony. That's Mr. Kyle Heath. And we'll see you next week. Take it easy.
Bye,
Peace
everyone.
out.
Happy Summer Games Fest 2024.
Happy Summer Games Fest.